Yamanadom who you for papa. What say?
Yamanadom constituency Bokoa.
You could do kakra.
Era Yamia say. Enti Emra ye monitor press conference a minority no efreye muye in your statement ni be a kind into detail. Mema what bonne tough in bear 2-3 minutes. A day Potteramo Pesa Ghana 40.
Obi Odikan Michia Ghana Fuina and Hona was say one adagel no would say him. Kakame Pedamacanya de. You're sure that he near to Krumha. You who miss in economy in Sebe Otse. In Berka Cray, Ghana currency, our friend Ghana City. Now what's in Wakufum. Now what's in Okufum and Wakufum to the extent today were affecting Zama Bebre. Intended a press conference near year no. Ye pede ma Ghana for what I said. Bibi no wama city na ho de no wakofom. No ya bade na ye chechiri mitra Ghana for. Ye wie ne dem so a na ya kire ho de city na wakofom na bibi no wama wa badem no. Damazi no sunsando. EKOSIISEN on Asempa Fm. Sunsando wa ha no sunsando wa debt, no sunsando wa friend nyimpa na setrim, no well-being, no sunsando wa overall fiscal balance budget na dina. Ne ye wie kire de. What is the way forward? Aben kwan na banesesa obotumu amanzama sesa ono so ye to make ni aban ye man recommendations to the government. Na ye kan ho asem bill. Na ye make request from government today. Them sasunti on withdraw budget na rather no onye den on fa your friend the budget for from bra because the record no onboa omanina. So na ye se bisama mo bon to fa be ye friend 2 minutes kakra mutu maka wo kwan nyo.
Kakra be kanyen. That's interesting, but after movie and me saka statement ni bi e kan ye me realizing you maybe am person me busa na fe wa no ya we amaye e di kan e ye me hu say mu quote exchange rate no mo the banks too and I think I saw Fidelity Bank
and the Ghana
Commercial now GCB.
Yes,
GCB.
Yes.
Why? I didn't know we used to just 2 banks.
Okay. Da me pedama kanye de as attended at the time we're going to press your trust statement at around 3 in the evening. You check it from Ghana Commercial Bank, you check it from GCB, friend and Fidelity Bank, GCB, no Fidelity Bank. Yes, also check it from Africa Agriculture Development Bank. That's the 3rd bank. And so you even recognize in the test in the 2 banks. But at the time you can no, yes, also can or your Ghana friend and Agriculture Development Banks and other banks. We quote your friend and UBA ratings account. Then see na yegina do yakade. You see, same nawo say your $2 another say you dwedzinyi ye Ghana ni dwedzinyi na say $2 sebe enkoton fi Bank of Ghana and wala bokakoto fi enton fi Ghana Bank of Ghana into banks na. And I'm not saying the Obianso no boko forex bureau. So I'm not using forex bureau rate. I'm using the bank rate. Bank na sebe one way intermediary. We be jinami my name we do gwa odamaman. One rate let me use. And I pick one aban banker nankasa nisa one GCB. In a bank so cross your private bank. So that is the on Fidelity Bank. The next day we picked ADB. They also pick GCB. Honestly, another one abandons a woman, no cross abandons him. So it's a very wonderful combination. Yeah, but
as a professional, why didn't you quote at least in the statement, no, Bank of Ghana one official interbank rate?
Yes.
For the same period, I'm not lower. Why the one quote or no?
No, you see, you will always make that mistake. See, Bank of Ghana
on Asempa Fm.
You recall there about 3 days ago, Bank of Ghana website, who said that there was a day there was nothing like that, blank, virtually blank on your able to make Jinado Nakade use on that. It is only fair for me to draw an average. Me pick a bank 1 or a ban Ghana ban the bank 2 or a private person in the bank. Now my draw there. This is the 2 references I may pick it from. And again, me sounds I pick a bank 2 on so a ban in the bank. Another the next day, the my sounds I pick another banker on so a private sector bank. So there's nothing wrong. The but I pick two banks and then use it as references. And unless the but my catch me there, Wako bank via a be an rating or a 5.1, another 5.2, another 5.4. There's no bank. To say at the time, unless the butuma catch them, the bank reward them. But there's nothing like that. Banks in they're trading around the same amount.
And as at this morning, another immediately after one press conference, the rates began coming down.
Which bank? I've been banking rates no down.
and I check banks.
Listen to me, this is a simple question. Which bank? Let's one single person on the country that I check a bank B. Bank will friend then wait ni. That's all what I want.
And it's still a stand by 5.6 now.
Listen, is there any banker will post something different apart from that? That's simple. So as at the time, because at the time I mean in 3 the next day me win and the pananka before we did the press conference 9:45 and the press conference was 10 o'clock.
Was 10.
Yeah, check it and sign yoko. So and since then, what has changed? Nothing has changed. You see, so we catch them there. Bibi or bank binidina or say wasa. I mean, these are the analysis that I've done.
Yeah. Okay. At least from in actually Stambeka, and this is for today. Yeah.
Okay.
And the Stambek buying 5.44, selling 5.64. Let me see.
5.64.
Yes. 5.44 and 5.64.
Yes. So if you are buying, you are going to pay 5.64.
Absolutely. And actually GCB 5.2 for buying and 5.55 for selling.
Yes.
And at least these are the two we can readily. Okay. And then there is NIB. NIB is 5.15 for buying. And then selling. Okay, in the cash and more cash and more transfers and remittances. Okay. For cash, no, buying your 5.12 and 5.52. That's for NIB.
Yes.
5.12 and 5.52.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the Bank of Ghana Interbank FS rate as at yesterday, Wednesday 20th March, buying 5.2373, selling 5.2428.
Okay.
That's the interbank.
But obviously, Mobi, you agree with me. There's El Kakoto dollars is Enko Bank of Ghana, Enko Bank of Ghana, Enko interbank rate. So that is not what is in your honor Benyan Bibi. Yeah. Damapada Maka, my it's a free now. What's happening there? 5.64, 5.55, 5.52 on average.
Yeah.
Enko Bank and the El Kakoto dollars are Sika Ebotoin. But you be said, where were we? And Sana finished starting. I finished starting.
Yes.
Abanika the 5 do 5 for you do until you started a fee nankasano. Na city to the dollar no undo 5. Within about less than 10 weeks in the year, 10 weeks in the year, Sidin was slide from under 5 to 5.64, 5.55. I think it's a problem. It's a big problem because when that happens, our affecting Zama Bibre on the Mepedamoko. No matter same so you do be you do, and the period depending on what you want. The problem started from
no, but even the information minister made the point that one call or the claim was too late in the day because Okoya drew 5.8 for some areas. By the time I wore here one press conference, what to about 5.6.
I am not aware. I'm not aware the bank Biara were quoted 5.8
until 5.8.
No, I've been monitoring
the highest 5.6 now.
I think about 5.7 something, 5.6 something, slightly higher than what we quoted 5.65.
I marginal decline.
There may be some negligible decline. Okay. Negligible.
Okay.
0.0001. Negligible decline. But no. You see, when we are talking of a banner can reverse ourselves, yes. I was expecting a bank to say that in bold words to tell us that yes, you are going to reverse the depreciation. Another sitting now walk from the very reversing the number baby I started year. I thought that was what they were trying to tell us. Now they are playing with negligible decliner or young or unfair relief. That kind of relief. The reason why a press conference, let me tell you, because where we were heading to and the kind of complaints some of us in a year, if the investor community we could not sit on concern or did you come out with a statement cautioning the government and telling the government to act immediately. Because when act immediately, baby or if the government fails to listen to us, the situation that we are in now, you can't want the city young now then work for me or by your west. Because the investor community is not happy with it.
We'll quoting one statement there. It's been reported on various media platforms, both locally and internationally, that the cedi US dollar exchange rate is expected to reach 6 Ghana cedis per dollar by the end of the third quarter of 2019. Still, our Jedemadi.
But my culture out there, and media forum put rely on. I'm going to rely on analysis and research work. International banks, and other research organizations. Why? One particular one in BM Radio, friend HSBC. You know HSBC?
Yes.
Bank? HSBC Global Research, and whoever wrote that kind of piece, or very good understanding of the Ghanaian economy, because if the flows our economy in terms of forex,
yes,
we record almost everything, if not more. We record so much, and though I agree with him that at a point he was even conservative. We record the outflows and also having a wonderful understanding of the Ghanaian economy, and we record the outflows and so very well. One projections are the day by the end of second quarter, cedi to the US dollars in your bottom $1 5 cedi 90 pesos.
By the end of the second quarter.
You will see by end of June. That is their projections.
And Ejida,
I'm telling you, I because I've read their report and I strongly believe it. I accept it. And we will not send it. Secondly, by the end of third quarter, 2019, cedi will do 6 cedis, and by the end of the fourth quarter, 2019, we will do 6 cedis. 30 pesos.
That's by the end of December.
By the end of December this year.
6
HSBC Global Research. This is their findings.
And what they see on about it.
You see, we read the research finding. I see their research. I read a number of research. You can agree with them, some you cannot agree with them. I even saw one that what predicted cedi to be heading to about 6.8 now. But actually variables now, our research anymore, you could see some omission. Another some of them I personally disagree. But this kind of piece, the work done by HSBC Global, I cannot agree with them. And I can agree with them.
What's the date on that?
It's 15th of March.
15th of March.
15th of March. Yes, 15th of March. So they know government of Ghana is going to Eurobond market to raise 2 billion. But now, what factoring now in the analysis? And clearly, I agree with them.
And what about to them conclusions?
Yes, that's their conclusions. If you want me to share the report with you, I'll share the report.
I'll take a look at it. And GD, and I should take it from you.
Yes, take it from me. This is the work done by HSBC Global and HSBC Global. We agree with them. It's a research think tank, world standard. They know what they are talking about. I can agree with them more.
By the end of the second quarter, which is June this year.
Yes.
cedi never hit
5.9.
5.9. $1 to 5.9.
Yes, 5.9.
Into them marginal, negligible improvement.
No. Negligible, very negligible. Because then Eurobond flows.
Yes.
Or it only provide you with temporal liquidity. It does not resolve
the fundamental issue.
Does not resolve the vulnerabilities. To assess how vulnerable a country is, as long as exchange rate is concerned, or there's a net international reserves position.
Yes.
You build it up over a period. But central bank wanna approach they even to intervene in the market. With this liquidity here all been from Eurobonds, and them liquidity now will intervene with the market and policy and deplete reserves position even the more, or depleting the more. The investor out there are all concerned about the vulnerability because the international reserve position is no good. He will even be more worried and exit the market or exit the market. The consequences are more very severe. That is not the way to go. That is not the way to go. So and that is what I'm saying. Them city depreciation is self-inflicted. It's self-inflicted. Yes. It's for me, and I'll say it so many times. I've said it, and I'm going to say I'll repeat it. It's self-inflicted. I'll tell you why. One, I don't know if you've read the Financial Times article trying to compare Ghana's mistake to that of Argentina.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Financial Times UK, they wrote a wonderful piece on that. And again, I accept it and agree with the rationale, because I've always said that the last monetary policy meeting, the January one, one outcome was populist. Populist in the sense that they think they be a when you be no one could abaneba do reduce monetary policy rate now to 16%, and then they are doing well and that kind of thing. The monetary policy regime we are in now in Ghana is too loose. It's too loose to the extent there. Sisiara yakasi. Mama be so simple question. Yam fande amena I would you non-resident investor. Non-resident Ghanaian investor. We can be Ghanaian or non-Ghanaian, but we sika offshore able to sika able to bonds wa Ghana ha. But bonds na discount baba US dollars and baba in Ghana cedis. The Ghana cedis are obviously from dollars to cedis to that bond namo. Ebia them bond another treasury bills na whatever you want to buy. Assuming they were more 15% per annum. 15% per annum, no. So 1 million and you expect 150 offended 150,000. Them 150,000 if you about convert sikano to dollars that are on for repatriation. So you repatriate your coupon, which is the interest rate on offering coupon. Yes. The repatriate coupon. Yes. Now I repatriate with principal and said about offending asset when you need it. Now at the time I bimino and exchange rating was 4.8. Okay, at the time you are exiting, on Asempa Fm. Touchwood. At the time you are exiting, maybe the exchange rate is 6. You have lost big money. Yeah. Okay, because so what that means is that I'm gonna say S&D minye 14% of, let's say you are giving me 15% on the CD. Now at the end of the year, no CD will depreciate by let's say 20%. What happens? I've lost 5%. Say S&D interest rate 15% interest rate or coupon rate. Now you expect the city no be depreciate 10% or chede in faso amenya nkasa no or 5%. Into such a person or better for me to buy Ghana nankasa no bond or denominated in dollars than to buy in cedis. So dollar asset in Ghana is more attractive to the investor than the CCD asset. In the area explanation for the success of the Europe. Oh, that one so that we can go into the details of that. Before the Yababa or not dono. In one statement, no, what can be and I read it and I got a feeling there. Now what question even yen macroeconomic indicators are BBR trade or ye positive, and the fact is what are they because of the exchange rate trying to refer Ghanaians to Mabaomiaka some time ago that if your fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate would expose you and all of that. In this instance, no. The depreciation is not because the fundamentals are weak, because all the figures now. Monetary, fiscal, let me tell you another reason why the investor community is panicking to invest in the CD asset. Inconsistent fiscal policy regime. Say government budget. Let's say reader. Anyone who understands government finances and whatever or fiscal management, no conclusion in there. Aban fiscal policy no contractionary. Let me put it this way, or steer another or try the over reducing over reducing expenditure. EKOSIISEN on Asempa Fm. Post budget, what goes to Parliament, what Abanoraka is contrary to contractionary. In fact, it is expansionary fiscal policy part. Shows clearly that the fiscal deficit in the year can was 4.2% and they cannot even achieve it. Clearly, on the back of two things. One, over projections of revenue. Revenue, as we know, they are not even coming. And apart from the fact that they are not coming, they were overly projected. And again, 3 years in a run, year 1, they did not achieve their revenue target. Year 2, they did not achieve their revenue target. We cautioned them that, please, you were over projecting this revenue. Number 3, year 3, 2019, again, we're over projected revenue. In spite of that, Waba Parliament, GNPC Waba, what's in the Ghana National Petroleum Company, Wamahon Kwan, the one for Ghana oil sika, yes, royalties, yes, one from Kwajibosa worth $250 million. That revenue, no bar, sika what Azawad Bayende, Wabaka spend on Ministry of Energy setting project. You can spend the money on certain project, but two things happen. One, spend them sikana or additional expenditure. So it means that them $250 million now approximately 1.2 billion or close to 1.4 billion. Them sikana or they add into fiscal deficit because it's a deficit. It's not revenue.
But it's part of national debt.
It is part of national debt.
How?
Na GMPC wanada.
No, because the under our one SOEs no them leeway no to borrow on their books.
No. You see when they borrow on their books for one commercial project or one kasa would you kawa.
Yes.
Or a different matter. But they are borrowing on your behalf. That is what the memorandum to Parliament said. Also, Ghana National Petroleum Company (GNPC), they've had a request from the minister responsible for energy. They won't cover Busama on the ministry, no one fund spend on government project. Two things. One, it is unconstitutional. GNPC is not the fiscal agent of government. It's only the Ministry of Finance what we about Bobosa in the name of government of Ghana, not GNPC. And
I approve.
No, we haven't approved it yet. In fact, Timenka in the last few weeks, I'm and that one we will fight it with our last blood. If it goes through, we'll fight it to the extent the Yaboko Supreme Court to call. We have to go.
In the American Sanka GNPC Kwaje Bosiano. For our now one project and one national.
No, it's a different matter.
But war Kwaje on their books. But now for energy ministry project on Rebecca National.
Yes, so they
how do you conclude that?
Massa, just keep quietly. Understand this. Oil revenue, no.
Yes.
Ghana oil revenue.
Yes.
In China GNPC da.
Yes.
Anamobwa. Okay. Royalties accruing to the oil revenue. You were sharing format in the Petroleum Revenue Management Act, Act 815. Yes. A percentage goes to the budget called the annual budget funding amount. Okay. A percentage goes into the heritage fund for future. A percentage goes to the stabilization fund, obviously for in case of any problem. Okay, so sharing formula no. Now you are saying in there look at busa. Na use kola use or your asset and the sika on your would do or your aban state and need nisika. Na abanon now your Ghana abanon one more guarantee na da kwa busa. Na iria sikan ejeswa nya wona respendo idama abanon chede ko busa da mame. Abedin so there company na ovindo company no ya ban company no. Why should that company take it as company need the debt? Or abandon your company in the debt.
You saw your company in the books.
No, abandon your company debt or legend not damahona.
But on offer one.
Is it for home papa?
Unfortunately, say me papa no. Na ma akwaji busia won me din mu. Na me de sika na amawa. Because da me papa ne wonti wa be ya wo.
When an asset na efai.
Asempa Fm.
Say me papa ne wonti me use say wa asset.
And when no guarantee there's in case there's in tua obetu yakọ. Asset no nyo dia. Obi so guarantee am or there. Oh no obedi dem sika de betu yakọ am. Or a state revenue.
Into I want for this particular transaction, no, we be categorize it as a national debt.
It is not only national debt, but also an expenditure, although occur into the fiscal table.
Into the fiscal.
Yes, or expenditure, or a government. You have to treat it as transfer. And I've raised it. Nobody has challenged the matter. They can't challenge the matter. It's a fact.
Into Oba Parliament will consider. Go through. What go through?
As for minority, you do my your point up and what is right. Oversight. Your numbers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So do ho. Let's see raise issues in nature. Let's have balance and no push on unconstitutionality. That's what the boko no oboko true. Yes, obotum da go true. But that is not the end. It doesn't mean that you be stop wo. We have an option. The obotum yako Supreme Court. So until we can also do that.
On their own
to find out whether GNPC has the mandate according to the Constitution of the Republic. Ghana is not a banana republic. They don't have the mandate to borrow on behalf of government. It's only the minister responsible for finance that can do that. Only the minister responsible for finance. A friend Ghana Education Trust Fund.
Yeah, Get Fund
also busa 1.5 billion.
Yes.
You see, as soon as I make those comments in an area, busa budget no more, finance no more, on show. Again, what's in there with the mineral royalties? minerals.
Yes.
Baby, I would to gold now.
Yes.
Fed of Boise, part of Western region, I would to gold now. And when there was some Sikebi or once account or your royalty Sika. Them Sikano is also governed by the Constitution.
Yeah.
We are sharing formula also in the Constitution. Okay. Now Aban is saying the Oku use also as collateral. No, wakoko jebosa 200 million Ghana cedis for the purposes of financing the budget. That is also expenditure. Again, it is not in the fiscal. It's not in the financing. So if someone is out there, an analyst or a business, an investor is out there, he takes your budget, he analyzes all of this policy pronouncement make here, or come into conclusion that what is going on. Clearly, Abanu may not be able to achieve the fiscal deficit of 4.2. So it sends some negative or mixed reactions, mixed feelings out there. So ordinary businessman or the compare position also know, are they going to exit IMF because they want to overspend? Is that the reason? And I've also said there, we're exiting IMF, we've exited IMF, but they should manage the communication well. If a minister of state, Okojina baby, then we are exiting IMF, we exit IMF, we are, you bring your Kwani, your Bobusa, your Daye, Nzama Yepe.
Minister of State Mohinyan.
At the right time. At the right time. No, but let me tell you, if a minister of state, but we hear them, we hear people are saying it. People are saying it, okay? But let me tell you, government should manage the communication, because you see, you would think that you are just talking, but it has consequences. You see, in this era, finance, economy issues are very delicate. So certain pronouncements are very delicate. So investor thinks that, let me wait and see. The wait and see attitude. In fact, the last 8 weeks or to 10 weeks, depreciation of the currency is the worst in so many years. Worst in so many years. You cannot compare 10 weeks depreciation to somebody's 1 year depreciation. You need to compare the margin. The way what we have seen so far in so many first quarter depreciation, first quarter, because I feel I'm crossing the kind of depreciation that you could do the currency for the first 10 months is the worst in about, if I'm not joking, about 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, 10 to 15 years. Yes. But reading our one statement, this was again repeated on them Sino-Hydro bauxite deal.
Yes.
What wrong come IMF?
Yes.
IMF responded.
They have not responded to.
Not responded to our
No, not at all.
At the IMF akade onye loan no
matter. You see, I wrote to IMF. Okay, I signed a letter together with the minority leader, the Honorable Haruna. Yes. You come IMF throw him first. Thank you very much. Letter acknowledging receipt. Because of the complicated nature of your question, the Boko Oye head office HQ. Now we'll come back to you with the outcome. Okay. Since then, I had the privilege to share IMF at a committee meeting. I asked them, and what they said to me that they will respond to us in due course. But what they've said to government is telling them they will not provide sovereign guarantee until they want to look at that. But if government is going to provide them sovereign guarantee, immediately they will classify it as debt. But in the meantime, they want to wait on that before they write to me. So as we speak, I'm still waiting for IMF to write.
In the official,
they have not written to me.
Did IMF deny statement? I know make it round there. We make a conclusive decision on this thing there, or a batter on your loan.
You see, as I said, I wrote a letter to IMF. I have not had a response from them. So as for fake news, these days will be crash any day man we generate to be.
Oh, it's only a fake.
Baby said them we generate to be. You see, so I'm waiting on official statement from them to convince me. You see, so I have made my point.
I'm saying that on your loan now.
You see, let me make a point. Two things. Yeah. My argument is two.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a loan, there's a serious contingent liability. Very serious one. Serious contingent liability in the sense that hours in there you are going to use bauxite na edaeden idetua. Bauxite ni yeka hwasemi. Mining po. Enya bauxite was for be use aluminium.
EKOSIISEN on
bauxite in mining. In mining bauxite. Any facility even in place to turn the bauxite to alumina onto possible aluminium and ship. You don't even have an off-taker. Apart from that, the bauxite revenue, on your Ghana revenue, or managed revenue. Government of Ghana, number 3, in the document of a parliament, you sign an irrevocable undertaking. There's a ban for any reason. When to your box site name to your Ministry of Finance will look for money and pay. That is a contingent liability. My opinion, in itself, that alone must be captured in the debt sustainability analysis, so that in future, yet what the man is a box IT when to Wokotumpo, let's when you're the grade in that one, let's when to your friend then what we call the processing plant and other smelter between what tenant from alumina from bauxite to alumina now, then there's a problem. Then government of Ghana will have to pay. Baba,
so there in these matters, no, and to me present our opinion as fact. Because at the end of the day, why IMF said they watching say a ban my assurance they will be provide sovereign guarantee. They will not classify that as a loan.
Yes,
and
yes.
Why
they said
keep repeating
but classifying
it a loan.
You see, maybe it's 2 points.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There's a point on the contingent liability aspect.
Okay.
There's a point on the expenditure aspect. Okay. And there's another point, which is the third point on the loan aspect. Okay. Loan is different. Expenditure aspect not fit into fiscal is another matter. And then the contingent liability now, although also debt sustainability analysis, although also capture is another matter. On the method I am now in yet as well.
Okay.
You see, so as major analysis, what I'm trying to say is that the investor is getting conflicting reports. And that is what I said. There's some kind of inconsistency in policy, fiscal policy part. Ban will take it. It is confusing the investor. That in one breath, it looks as if they or your friend and fiscal policy stance or your contractionary. But all of a sudden, say what they are saying now, it doesn't look as if it's contractionary, but it's rather expansionary. So that is where my problem is. So I think the governor said to the government they should pause a bit, communicate clearly to the market, so that the investor is not confused as long as the fiscal policy or economic policy of government is concerned. That is what is happening.
Government and as a national debt, as per figures at the bay, at the them 2 billion sign hydro deal account.
Yeah.
Why should you do that?
You see, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Do you have a problem? Have you seen
EKOSIISEN on Asempa Fm
Sino Hydro and the one start here? Have you found out anyway why they haven't started?
First tranche, but
when the one start, you want to draw down one seed in poor. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
One draw down one seed in poor. Because the Chinese, I'm told, and I know they are demanding a sovereign guarantee. They will come back and collect a sovereign guarantee and send a demand start. Certainly to a public debt.
Put it on record.
I'm telling you.
Sovereign guarantee.
I'm telling you. And tell me why, as we speak in there, Sino Hydro demand one starting. Tell me why. I've been telling the parliament was started. I've been telling you started. Me care there some months ago. Was started Dr. Baumia, the vice president of China, earlier on in their bare 1 year plus. Was also Sikanababa 2018 August to 2017 August. Ona Babesenoko. Yawo 2018. Wabesin 2019 year we. Sino Hydro one started project to Krumpo.
But it makes some point and about on credibility. Number one, the HSBC report and SIT and Ekade, you believe that by the end of the second quarter, you hit 5.9, $1 to 5.9. Mibusao there if you believe that, because of a matter of credibility. If by the end of the second quarter now we answer, you might have questions to answer. Number two, the China beba. A basic sovereign guarantee.
Let's say Sino Hydro.
Yes,
they will come and
sovereign
guarantee. Because by the structure as it is, market on the wall.
You're putting your credibility on the line.
Market on the wall, I'm telling you.
Okay, you better record. And for you know, you will still add up them Sino Hydro 2 billion to your national debt, irrespective of the fact on the
what I'm trying to tell you is that if they are to continue to push the Sino Hydro deal. And Sino Hydro deal no work order will draw down to add because Sino Hydro will come back and collect sovereign guarantee.
If they don't, say one bay.
You see, then unless they are abandoning the project because the Chinese will request for sovereign guarantee before.
That's what you are saying.
Yes.
Okay, EKOSIISEN no Asempa Fm. Many honorable Kaisel and Edino Oye Kasiel. Good. Kasiel Ato Forsen, only a minority spokesperson on finance and economy. Any no Edin Komo. Honorable, not me per se me busa. And again on the economic fundamentals, no, the indicators, monetary, fiscal.
EKOSIISEN on Asempa Fm.
The ACCC with CD depreciation, no. More question the credibility of sa data na ewo abontino. Obi busa say, for example, if inflation CCR Ghana ranks quite highly amongst the peers because from what I have, Egypt number 20.9%, Angola 20.5%, Nigeria 12.4%, Ghana 9.4%, Zambia 8.9%, Kenya 5.0%, Uganda 3.0%.
You're comparing inflation.
Yeah, that's inflation there.
Interesting.
Without
I'm a custom the city depreciation alone as a variable Obama or your inflation target no budget no 8% plus 8%, or minus 2. So it means that 8% it can go up to 10 or it can go up to 6.
Up to 6.
Okay, so it's 8% plus or minus 2. Okay, that is government projection. I can tell you that it can be achieved. Nope, it can be achieved. Even on the back of the depreciation, where we are now alone has strong.
What it means that you're above 10 now.
So my projection is it's going to be 12% plus or minus 1.
Plus or minus 1. That's either 13% or 11%. By the end of December.
An average inflation for the year. Average 8% plus or minus 1, minus 2 is the average inflation projection. So I'm giving you the average inflation. So that alone, that singular variable on Uncle Simple has thrown everything off. Because why? It's going to affect fuel prices. Affect fuel prices, and you know the number of things will affect. 2 is going to affect in the consumption of goods and services that you produce, you're consuming, are all imported into the country. It's going to affect it. 3, let us also understand that it's going to affect the cost of doing business to certain businessmen and other businesses. One who use raw materials abroad. Okay. On the back of revenue, you can see customs revenue also going up slightly, even though it will depend on what do you call the volumes. Okay, so all of that, the cost push through alone will put this thing off J completely. So straight away, I can tell you that on the back of inflation, 8% plus or minus 2 as government projections cannot be achieved. Cannot be achieved. They have on what basis? They can't achieve it.
Just because of that depreciation.
Just because of that depreciation, one single variable. And if it goes further, it's going to be worse. It's going to affect a number of things.
The current way of 9.4 no means nothing.
The current 9.4%
inflation.
It is for which month? It's for a particular month. It's for the month of is it January? Yes, for the month of January. So the month of January. Let me give you an example. The month of January, for instance, let's see the Nebia was slightly, but you agree with me there. You find the fuel prices, for instance, walk off a petrol in the bar. ABR or be take 2 weeks and another pricing window. So them 2 weeks in forex now offer a dollar na what to as beno. Chela what on we and some offer another 2 weeks biaba. So there is a lag between timer inflation by record another few prices no cost another baba form. Always there's a lag. So now in the month of March from March a inflation about out. Even April may be worse because at that point in manana kofu wasesa sika whether ko fanzama whether baso the new prices will now take effect. The city depreciation was started that but the manana gasem another cement prices or kosura. The manana cement people are saying cement prices are going up. The manana you find flour when we use bakers we use flour another what the prices or kosura. But it takes a while. Only there's a lag between time I don't take effect to the time it not happen. Honestly, you so clearly, you can't use January inflation numbers of February. Then you conclude that we have done well, so we should clap for you. Let's see. Singular exchange rate alone has thrown it off.
And are you by this saying and concluding there? City depreciation na a result of bad economic fundamentals. There yen monetary fiscal indicators no ni nyina ye poor because monetary policy rate, for example, in January 2019 obey from 16% from a high of 20% in mid 2016, and that should be positive.
That is not positive. That is not positive. Okay, I'm on Kasemtro. I'm a investor. Okay, CD is depreciating.
Yes.
Okay, and me miss about $1. $1 about to CD denominated bond. You have to compensate me because at the time when I'm back and me repatriate my capital or my coupon or my principal, no, the CD no, although to compensate, the exchange rate should compensate for me. Now you have reduced it. That alone, and then that's what I call loose monetary policy. This is loose monetary policy. You see, loose monetary policy of this kind, you are not encouraging non-residents. Already know your first first 10 weeks in the year, or close to first 11 weeks in the year. First 11 weeks in the year, the city will already depreciate almost 10%. So we depreciate almost 10%, and you are giving me maybe a policy rate of let's say 16%. Actually, make a quota. Assume they may invest about 16%. Maybe to T-bill, sometimes we can get it for 14%. And we reduce that. Then it means on average, me coupon a is about 6%. Mokoto the same Ghana currency denominated bond or dollar bond, 8% and 9%. Which one will you buy if you are the investor? You won't buy this one. You won't buy this one. So that kind of is bad economics. It's bad economics. Only thing I make a on there. Say actually monetary policy now. Ofi your friend then a ban committee report will outcome. No problem pa. Have a serious problem with that because actually MPC one report now. One report na otidama akokot ehwa na judge bi
on Asempa Fm.
We do wasem no pronounce with judgment. No waka o kasem chewe do start do kasa ehun bebi ade no kokowie.
Yeah.
Nti wa kasa de wo yo hwe mu ne wonde wale hunde na do say good to the o de me kwan. Onye ne nase wala so o chiri wan fo anko bi. What has happened? Asha paragraph 11.
Yeah.
They are conceding that the way it's going, they have to hike the monetary policy rate. It should go up. They have to tighten the monetary policy rate. Paragraph 2, they are saying the same thing. Another paragraph 4, they are saying the same thing. I don't want to bore readers to go through into the technicalities. Paragraph 10, they are saying the same thing, and I have them here. Paragraph 18, conceding, and then they came out to say we have reduced the monetary policy rate at 100 basis points. So, my God.
Naturally, or you fake, or you're real.
Oh my God, what is happening? All investors, look at Financial Times article now we're showing. Financial Times will conclude there. Ghana is making the mistake. Or Argentina will make it. Argentina, and Argentina could make a similar mistake. You could see what happened to Argentina. One movie offshore with US cafe, one local currency, one currency from day. But for me.
But on them investor confidence, no. Say ratings agencies, because they cannot all get it wrong. Currently, some S&P Global one ratings research update was a Ghana ratings raised to B on improved monetary policy effectiveness and the outlook stable. Sovereign ratings are while by investor confidence up from B- to B with a stable outlook. How then do you convince Obiade investors will lose confidence in how I manage an economy? No, Obibeka the clearest example. Yeah, them Eurobond and the successes are talk.
Okay, Mr. Men come for Eurobond, no come for you.
Yeah.
Obi, say your document to offend balance of payment. Your O levels say balance of payment and people know about it. Actually, you were two parts. You were offering trade balance. Okay, that is what people say the structure of your economy.
Yeah.
So what you bring in, what you go out, and that kind of thing. The kind of structure you have. You have the capital account. Capital account and the kind of sika ubim one what or bonds and the door back then that kind of thing. Also record the capital account. Okay, if you are to look at the capital account, you know exactly what is happening in the economy. Exactly what is happening.
The capital
investors,
account.
yes, the capital account tells you. And in fact, now say government or a request for Parliament to allow them to get a bridge finance of $750 million
from
they said it. No, Standard Bank and Standard. Okay. So these two banks, they stated it in the document, and it's in the document. They are not getting investors to buy their bonds, and some of them are not rolling over and the risk and that kind of. So they need those money quickly to be able to weather the storm that is coming. They considered, and it's in the if a data pack no more or your BOP capital account is there. It's there completely. You can easily see that there's a problem there. Now, I've heard people talk about Eurobond no crazy, it was oversubscribed, so there's confidence in the economy. Obi. When I hear that, Obi, there were two types of risk. Investor auto bonds, so two types of risk. Risk number one is the auto Eurobond or long term, not or foreign denominated, dollar denominated. Good. In the crosso or one bond that auto CD denominated bond.
Yes.
Nimpanonte on procedure the IBB, but or bottom of Wagenum Fasono.
Yes.
On sorrow so on see that kind of bond. Now,
Asempa Fm.
One of them are or CD denominated bond. So auto CD denominated bond or the niscalaba or the dollar baba. Now at the day now or the Daudabano among the CDs per the them than exchange rate, no other at all. Ituane sikane so ilutiano coupon now no interest na butuan on the day now why do no no so was said the sikano ida do botto fofor another do kodukrum or do kodukrum or there iman or friday then that day no the rate not that kodukrum. Okay, so simple put, that person will repatriate ne offending no coupon another ne offending ne principal.
Yes.
Okay, so assuming there on average if the currency depreciate by 10% for instance, let's say we make a return of let's say 12% or 14%. So it means on average that person has make a profit of 4% because other it's of him because currency need to depreciate. Okay. Now, the dollar denominated bond. Nimpano say tuano coupon so or 7%. Into on cost $1 non Canada dollar.
Yes.
Or the same dollar.
Yes.
Okay, now. And if you buy let's say that bond, let's assume there's a locally Ghanaian city bond, let's say fund there or let's say 15% on average or 16% on average. Analysts are telling me that at the end of the time when I'm repatriating Misikano, the currency will depreciate, let's say by 15%. Not sure there. 16% na dama my return, my actual return is 1%. Me was a quarter euro bonder, my actual return is about 7% or 8%. Which one will you choose? Obi, which of the risk are you going to choose as an investor? Even though if it's me, I'm an investor. Yeah. Me investor, and can immediately move what is going on now, and looking at the way Bank of Ghana is behaving. And I'm not too sure about it. I will repatriate my money, take it, and go and buy Eurobonds. So I'm not subscribed. I'm not surprised. The subscription.
Yeah,
we need that kind of subscription because people are exiting one end and investing at the other end. That is not a surprise.
American say you float say CD denominated and as a CD rated bonds and
yes. The response is not coming. You're floating on China. Almost every week we'll float to be. So we'll look at what will happen this weekend. This weekend by Friday, flotation, we'll look at the PSBL, public sector borrowing requirement, and compare it to the out end, how much as a country you to me generating. And at that point, we can have a conversation on investor confidence. But as we have now, there's no investor confidence.
But how about yen sovereign ratings will improve from B- to B? Outlook stable.
Okay, let me talk about something. Yen sovereign ratings say
yes.
For example, you recall that in 2017, something unexpected happened in the economy because every time now MPP about to take you over now one budget in Pono, they did not take into account the revenue flow coming from Sankofa. And we had a windfall on the back of revenue and had a windfall again on the back of what do you call it, growth, GDP growth. So the GDP growth as projected in the budget shot up almost by 3 percentage points. That alone changed the debt to GDP, the fiscal, overall fiscal balance, and a number of things. That is one. Number two, we rebased the economy in 2018, an assignment that we started in 2016 before we left office.
Asempa
Yeah, we based the economy in 2016. You know what happened? Started 2016. 2018, outcome not in the year 2018. Something interesting happened. The economy, because of rebasing alone, we had about 30% nominal growth. That 30% nominal growth again changed the indices. Growth rate, because your best person debt, assuming that it was debt, you find 100, with the cow 100. Now, the size of your economy is 1,000. You express a percentage, you know what it is. All of a sudden, the size of the economy has changed from 1,000 to 2,000, and the same 100. You express what happens. It's not because you are a magician, but because the economy has been rebased. And you see, let me tell you, correct. You see, all of these things are factors, most important factors, and nobody can discount those factors because they look at your debt to GDP. They will look at the overall fiscal balance, and all of that. They are very significant factors. So I heard the government at one point saying that when we came, we've been able to change the overall fiscal balance of payment. We've recorded a surplus. I said, but that's fact. I asked him, hang on a second, tell me what you've done. Tell me what you've done. I said, hang on a second. I told him, hang on a second, tell me what you've done. The previous administration under President John Dramani Mahama worked on 2 oil fields.
2 oil fields?
Yes. The Sankofa and the other one, 10. Okay. That alone, those 2 oil fields, in fact, one of them, Sankofa Kroba Parliament, we had the MPP, they held a press conference, it's over securitize, it's corruption, it's this, and it's that. They said so many things about it. Nevertheless, we accepted it, we pushed it through, we brought it on board. That alone made Ghana net exporter, a net importer of petroleum product, exporter of petroleum product or petroleum product generally. You see, that alone. So that alone gave us that surplus we wanted to see. It's a structure change. And I've heard the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo talk about the fact that there's the need for us to look at our structure. But let me tell you, since when His Excellency President or realize that they look at the structure? I thought when he was in opposition, as a result of bad leadership. Since when? I didn't all of a sudden never meet assessor. We saw assess city depreciation assessor. We were told by the Vice President that the one singular important thing is the exchange rate in the country. Without exchange rate, so why is it no longer important?
But in our one case,
why is it no longer important?
In our one case, what's say the fundamentals, as the records suggest, look stronger.
Yeah.
All the other indicators.
Obi. Say, if you catch with there, there is very sound growth in Ghana. Yeah. Without you giving you 3 numbers about, you just conclude, say, wow, that's an excellent work. But what I ask you is, take the growth and analyze the growth. The oil sector growth in fuel. Now you compare non-oil sector, the real sector, the real sector of the economy. You compare sectorial performances. You the one that will give job to ordinary Ghanaian.
But they will tell you there, say actually real GDP growth. 2015 actual 2.2, 2016 actual 3.4, 2017 actual 8.1.
Which one?
Real GDP growth.
That is overall. What you are giving me is overall. It can be the real for overall. Absolutely. I want you to see, give me non-oil. You see, you do know why 2016, 2017, there's vast difference. Because in 2016, there was a negative growth on the oil sector. Negative growth into the oil sector now recorded positively in 2016.
Yes.
Because according to negative, assuming there it was -2, now it was +5. It will give you 3, isn't it?
Yes.
So on the non-oil sector growth film. So I want you to give me the numbers for the non-oil GDP growth. Let's compare like with like. Let's compare like with like. These are numbers I sleep with every day.
With that, no argument. I want to about one who modern chen.
You see, I'm telling you that as long as the rail sector is concerned, it is flattened. This government is not doing any better. Yes, it's flattened. The government is not doing any better because the non-oil sector is not growing as they are saying, and they are always.
But Agric is doing well than it did on that one.
Sir, I'm talking of the overall, and you are picking one.
No,
so can we pick? I don't have. So we can do all of those things, and then to be honest, all of us can come to conclusion.
As every no man na EKOSIISEN was Asempa Fm Honorable Cassiel nyabote na wonu so tobo Honorable Cassiel, no, we'll be ending any time soon. Ye data no na yenhwe ba mamin kai wo say Sips Company Limited, producers of Sips Alata Semina and so ebwaye in the me hear some segment ebremo Alata Semina ya Ghana Semina yenim truly natural soap with effective skincare properties. Now, NA eba in 3 different fragrances. You oriental, vanilla, and lemon. Bomode na unso pebi na eto. The amount honam etumi eto so kama. Beba to pebi ato afre 0244280272. And company nankasa was Pentex Road, Accra, just at end point and just after Shell signboard no ube huyen ewo ho. There was shop and so kai share makola around Old White Chapel, a diner Nina Wakes, a woman who be shop na ofra 0244201393. Sips Alata Semina, the family's choice. Intibomode na Shannon so FRMIN. Honorable why ready?
On the radio.
Okay, no, but
we can go on.
Okay. Enti na argument ne there say a non-oil sector na under the NDC we bought one home more than send the NPP. The overall growth now. You agree
the story is different.
The story is different.
Yes.
And that the NPP have done well than you did.
You see, the story is different because the growth has happened during their time, and it sounds as if
one away,
and you ask yourself about why, and they can even do better. So if you really want to assess them on something why it's only fair to assess them on something that is the way I assess a ban. Look, see, assess a ban. Let's see if you that ban were good at me. I will give credit to government if government has done something that is good.
Are you be there?
Oh yes, number of times when issues come in and colleagues will tell you in parliament and when there are matters I say, oh, this one I think is something that we should all support and let it go.
Yes,
we support it. Things that are wrong, we stand and say that is wrong. But what is good is good. I'm not being the Mekade, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't accept it when they go and say, oh, we've done so well, they're useless, we've done. So what are you talking about? Abadinaye, tell me what you've done. Young compare Abade. So when you say that, oh, why are they, if you're not playing politics with it and trying to say that to be in your BBR, then that one I agree. And the way numbers net now. Say at a glance, you clap for them and say that they are magicians. But if you sit down and drill down, you will know that it's in the detail. That is a different story.
No, but also no say numbers now on face value.
That is what I'm trying to say.
You did the same things. For example, in 2011, Yenya economic growth of 14%. I mean, they would also argue there it was mainly based on oil inflows are obey. So oil then why about it?
Yes, you see, so you see, and that is why at the time we used to 2 indices.
Yes,
we talked about GDP growth.
On Asempa FM.
We talked about the growth from what do you call it? Non-oil and oil. And at a point, anytime I've had discussion, I said, look, the oil sector is there because oil sector gives us revenue, but it's not a way of assessing job creation because it brings about jobless growth. It's about jobless growth. Use machines to do. Na expatriate into use one in na do no wanya Ghana for. Wo fi abochi roba obebe yedwuma obeji sika da ono ko. But ye peda obutum wa boa Ghana for. Yen fan the other sectors no employ young crop and all this Ghana for one sim. Those are the sectors that, as a country, we should encourage. And I believe that as a government, or the encourage aban, and as Ghana for encourage aban, no, or the grow them sectors now, or the Juma, Baba, Branson and Katesia, and other sectors no between your businesses and business work also. System catcher, Kakase. Are you aware the financial sector is in recession?
Based on my way see in the sector, it's not surprising, should it?
Oh, really?
Oh, you're surprising, Mawa.
Oh, surprising, Mama.
Abadinta.
Okay. You see, what has happened to the financial sector should not be the basis Alabama or further sector walk through this turbulence recession over the period. There's a way of handling it. The Ghana is not the first country who be them. United States, UK, Germany, and even third world countries, a number of them have seen something. But it depends on the way you manage it and the way you deal with the matter. Unfortunately, in our case, the way you are managing CCR, there's a chunk of Ghanaian businesses they are unbanked. A chunk of them unbanked. To the extent that even some of them, they are even afraid to put their money in some banks. And I find it so worrying. And I've always said that the Central Bank, Bank of Ghana, should immediately address this situation. Because when I address the situation, the impact on the economy, there will be money in the system, you can't mop it up, but in the end, it's a problem. People will keep offering money boxes in their room. To the extent that even Data Bank, you've heard that they are even having problems.
They've denied that story.
Well, but I heard someone, their chief executive, issued a statement. What's going on is not fair and that kind of thing. I heard him. You see, clearly hearing him as an outsider, I said, hang on a second, what's going on? Because he sound a bit of panicky in no voice.
Yeah, because the man threw out
panicky in no voice. I said, what's going on?
Credibility of institution.
You see, what is happening? In the financial sector, it's scary. People now we operate the banker. According to Kofiska, Kofi would win Scaboto.
Yes.
Was in there or Babajina Fikol. We should Akoba Bosa Fikol. Nimpano Dakoban Bosto, but in Kakanka Cranson Butiamo. I did Chinese Pano, I was from Miskam and Farm Mama. I started the day. What happens to the bank?
But on the serious about real GDP growth now. The figures look the why be by no 1 year. They would equally tell you the crisis in the banking sector no on your last 2 years here no see now I one dereliction of duty why you maybe another way on my you do be aba be do ebe ka na afa ho
I anytime I say the master I get very worried. Also, NDC should have done something about it, and they didn't do anything better about it. About the pots in the you see, the so-called law, what can me at 870 offending specialized deposit taking institution what the collapse banking. I sent it to Parliament. In fact, I debated it from beginning to end, from committee level straight through the NDC administration that worked on it. I sat on it. We worked almost 3 months day and night on the bill to address the financial sector concerns. The what do you call it? Related party framework now. Central Bank will use this. We worked on it. You see, when these guys they come out,
the provisions in that beautiful law, one fine for example, I can hold them answer.
I've been time now. Let me clear on straight away.
Yes.
We passed it in November 2016. December 7th. No. December 7th or October.
Before that we had
legal. There was no law. Nothing. Banks and specialized depositing. There was nothing. It's the law. I'm telling you, the Central Bank law now, or the Bank of Ghana acting, was scanty provisions, but proper overreaching acts are always stronger, robust, world standard that can deal with Basel 1, Basel 1, Basel 2, and all of that. There was nothing like that. We worked on it.
But the Bank of Ghana Act, no, now on your overarching them air cano. Say Emma Bank be liquidity supporter, or wonder or the advisor, they my bank no one. In all the reports that have come, those advisors were not given to the banks, and the banks misused their monies.
So
or your problem.
Okay.
Regulation. Okay. Monitoring.
Okay. You see, and I like the way Dr. Indom put it of recent. The Ghana ha. See you when they hen yenze. Sebe oro kosora. Simintum so ya ho yewo. Se oye adza yem pede nyimpa no obokodo ya yenze be yeyo. Na yempe. Na mum ye pede obi ne zede ebotumi abo. Nanse kakrai. Yes, and there you collapse banks be. Banks you collapse money. Yes, also you handpick some of the banks. Yes, Yamahon, a sika through GAT.
Yeah, GAT.
The one call. What was the basis in giving them that kind of?
But the Bank of Ghana governor said it.
You see, we asked that question. You see, the question is that what was the difference between Fidelity, this bank, Prudential Bank, and that of Heritage Bank? Which one was stronger? Which one was stronger? You can't tell me Prudential Bank at the time or at the end of December 2016 was stronger than Heritage Bank. Nobody can convince me that. Nobody can convince me. But you look at it and then take it out.
GAT did almost studies. Came to their own conclusion.
You see that kind of. You see when it comes to GAT, in one breath, the same person that catch him there. It was done at arm's length, blah blah blah. It's also when we push further. Also no. It was done at the Ministry of Finance and they were not involved and they did their own studies. What was the methodology? The methodology the way you see. Or your arm's length. That is the problem. That's the problem. So you collapse another man's bank and then destroys and then give liquidity support to another man's bank. Is that fair?
But honorable, me question, yes. Main question no went to me and you man about the fact say Oma bank liquidity support appoint an advisor to monitor the process.
I've been provisional.
Read the boldest report.
I've been provisional in the law no Okadomo advisor because of that. I haven't seen that.
That's the argument?
No, I haven't seen that. Just tell me that provision. I haven't seen that.
Wow.
I haven't seen that.
Wow.
I told you I worked on the
but it was not in that law.
So what I've been lower. I have not seen that.
Into Onyashe.
I have not seen that.
Because the report boldest PwC was cited
and then all of them is there?
Absolutely.
Is there? I have not seen it. Wow. Seriously.
Wow.
And minimum law can we make a reference to? And I wish they make if we have them cannot check it. I don't know what they are talking about.
Because me there or there echo baby. Man can one statement that this part really struck me. Me am shame. More Ghanaian businesses have collapsed and under impact of the cedi depreciation. More Ghanaian businesses have collapsed and many more yet to collapse in the coming days due to the weak performance of the cedi. But this is the minority in Ghana's parliament speaking.
More businesses are about to collapse due to the collapse due to the performance of the cedi.
Yes.
Okay. More example.
What's the ABR collapse that?
No, look at read the sentence, the entire sentence. Some Ghanaian businesses have collapsed.
Yes, have collapsed.
But doesn't mean as a result of that. More to collapse as a result of this. Look at the sentence. Ghanaian businesses have collapsed.
Based on nobody?
No. In the past, a lot of companies have collapsed. We've seen government attitude collapsing people's bank. We just talk about banks that will collapse. One. When our livelihood, our sen, we all know. We know about that. More businesses are going to collapse as a result of the cedi depreciation, and I'll tell you what is going to happen. Now, I'm Jinahi.
Yes.
Okay. Assuming that me more industry.
Yes.
And I'm sure you've read about what AGI is saying. They are collaborating my story, and I'm coming back to that. You come in as a business. Okay, coach. Yeah, I'm here from no problem. In see, I'm fan them. I'm
Yes.
Me business person. Marco for raw materials. Medaba. The raw materials be in your hat. Marco Fefu be no crew. Medaba. Medaba produce menzama.
Yes.
Me the produce in Zamana na makwa cotton. Ebia me chance dan. In chance dan so in aluminium in hanofi of baby. E the bansa na de aye bibi kakra na aye na ton o market no. Okay. Remember in an open economy, a small open economy like us.
Yes.
The ordinary person obi so betuma import bi odaba. Nyimpa no import ba no. and Hrinia obey more competitive than Army. On the prices and so Wufuma. Because of army price in Zamana Medabana currency, no, work so import duties na me production cost BBA I'm no longer competitive. Even if I'm a monopolist, another I'm in a monopoly market, a market control the market now without competition, it still depends on the elasticity as to whether the good now or no. So the price so all cost then obi boto adobi amoto. But say surprise so kosor na say nkofo obitu as someone taster they won't buy your thing anymore because unzaman no buy no why then why then this is the argument because assume that you sure that's be an sunu no be na hen kra na nyimpa on musu anamobwa ye na anu musu ayibu ode musu so make depend on the elasticity as to the need or the good and good na rehno. But a beer in a mere kasi a beer no bar yes. So a beer and no bar cosora, let me jina hey. Let's say, I don't know bar cosora don't mean to me beer buma, Chemijanum. Mijanuma, company no produce beer, one kofuma.
Honorable assumptions.
On your assumptions, they are the realities. These are realities. What is happening in the economy?
In the world, how do we measure? They're based on CDP companies.
You heard what AGI said.
Yes.
And caution government. The one prices, one cost of doing business may go up as a result of the decision. Then they should handle it. And no, AGI is a professional institution, and they don't want to even sound as if they are fighting government of the day and not be them. So they are even measured in their language. And you saw the language. The language was strong for me. They said what is happening is killing them. Virtually, that's what they are saying. Businesses are complaining. Get close to businessmen. Get close to businessmen, traders. They will tell you what is happening to them. When businesses are going down.
On Asempa FM.
Them 10 days, 10 weeks or 11 weeks in the year. What has happened in this economy? Ask people. Go out there and do business confidence.
One case not stronger. If one more specific examples, business A, business B. In the last 11 months, not all your days.
You say, we've come out.
Okay.
This is the first time we've come.
Okay.
And in the past, we used to do this kind of economic analysis of the nation and other look at the health of the economy twice a year. Yeah. Now we want to do it every quarter.
Every quarter.
So we'll look at the quarterly performance to see how the nation is going and to assess and to keep the government on his toes and make sure the government.
Subsequently, you might provide some sort of evidential value.
Yes.
Now, yes.
Honorable,
may end with you on borrowing galore in your statement, and Mekai mo statement now. The NPP government is about to give a guarantee to GNPC to borrow about 250 million. Yes. Mode eno aka national debt or something that has not happened.
They're about to. It is before Parliament.
It might not be passed.
Masa, in the but see, you feel the numbers now. They can impacт between what happen. And what I say, Asempa can read through.
Yeah, but you've sounded the warning there. You go as far as even the Supreme Court.
But you see, national debt. Look at that's what I've said. They are about to. That's what I've said. I haven't added it to the national debt.
No, but in one totals.
No. Go back to the totals. I've not added that one.
Hey, honorable.
If I'm not mature as you, is it? It's me, madam, mature.
Okay, into the 2 billion sign of hide on the account.
Yes, because I know what I'm talking about. But I'm telling you what I'm talking about.
Get fund, 1.5 billion.
Yes, man, fan cadet no but I also make a case. Borrowing it sends wrong signals.
The Ghana Amalgamated Trust Limited.
Yes,
2 billion.
Yes, make catch the Boko DS anymore because they've already given guarantee,
sovereign guarantee.
Yes. And I've said it
into Wabaka national.
Yes, so Wabaka debt sustainability analysis, of which you take a percentage and add to the national debt because it's part of the it's a contingent liability.
But the fact that you contingent liability in trade or your bank account,
Asempa FM,
because a private arrangement.
My brother,
and now you know,
IMF went to the board yesterday.
Yes.
I hope by close of in there.
Yes.
Or they will publish the debt sustainability analysis. I think you can go to their website, get your guide, download it, now look at those numbers that I'm talking about, and if it will not collaborate my story. Just download from the IMF independent institution. IMF.org.
Yeah.
Go and check it, and then they've done the sustainability analysis. It went to their board. After their board, they'll publish it. I'm sure it should have been immediate. If it's not there by Monday, it should be there. Print it and look at the sustainability analysis, and you conclude with what I'm saying.
Honorable, ma yenjel na messages now. Maybe we would forward some of them to you. Okay. Na yashe. Yeah, that's papa for passing through. Cassiel Ato Forsen.
Thank you.
Minority spokesperson on economy and finance. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. Yabeshe na yatwa so EKOSIISEN suni ewo Asempa 94.7 FM. Wow. 19 minutes after 4, and it's a ma mention we na fe yentumi said American akano Honorable Edward Bauer, Chief Binde, Nixon Hamilton, Henry Nana Boache, Honorable Member of Parliament for Lejokuku Okoboy Ebabekaya Honafe Yashet Miedinko. Bound him say Ostek properties and so Ewan Sasi over 100,000 acres. Now in Sasi over 100,000 acres, no say Ope baby Obetra Sasi one plot near one other plot for free. Ostek properties. Yen Sasi wa Asutware Junction, Asutware Enrami Jose Asutware Junction. Behind Sun City and a Shy Hills. Oto one plot why you one plot for free. Na afein so ye won sasene bi odowenya Dodowa Township afienya Shy Hills and a Asebi. E was auto asase one plot I amount 10 bags of cement and a 200 pieces of blocks for free. Me pacho. Maunanyan 10 temnefo any tre Ostek properties. There was special provision ema individuals and groups. Enti ukwa unisi kakwa ebe maun ebe draw plan ama mu etua na nkakra kama uwa kan so pesa ode kwaje asase sa kunya da Ostek properties ewo Dodowa opposite fire service o frɛ won wa 0244684069 0244684069 messages ni bebre na abama menkan bi na afei di aka no yenhwe emfa entwasomamo EKOSIISEN suni ewa Asempa FM. We say Obi, we beg kindly allow Honorable Cassiel Ato Forsen to flow. Exceedingly solid delivery so far from him. The NPP will tell us the Sino-Hydro deal is not a loan, but we keep demanding that they tell us why are we paying interest, arrangement, facilitation fee and insurance on the same money. Such components make it a loan. On the 3 billion dollar euro bond, war-torn Ivory Coast has landed $2.1 billion, but with lower coupon rate of 5.25%, 6.6% as compared to ours. The higher coupon rate in our case is a clear case of no confidence on the part of investors in the economy. Kokuma Wuli Nanegbe Nedia Ode Abreye Ini. Asamoah Perez. Osi Obi, Honorable Ato Forsen should spare our ears with his analysis.
On Asempa
what did the
FM.
John Mahama government leave us regarding the city depreciation? Is he suggesting another century consensus with Madam Ekriadonko as chairperson? NPP are better managers of the economy. Hashtag 4 more years for Nana. Greetings to Dr. Prince Sama at the Ministry of Education. This one says that ex-President John Mahama and his NDC inherited a flourishing economy with a growth rate of 9.2% without oil and ended deteriorating it to 3.7% with oil money. Now this same group of people who took Ghana to IMF for policy credibility are bitterly telling us how to manage the Ghanaian economy. I haven't taken them serious for once. McLean Desmond Ewo Sefi Yoso. Citizen Francis, NPP Facebook caucus. Ono say the minorities press conference was deceptive Honorable Atuforsen failed to even convince members of his own party. He claimed, amongst other things, that the economy is in tatters without providing credible fact to buttress his claim. In my candid opinion, Ghana has the worst opposition in the entire continent of Africa. We a citizen Francis, they are or they abreye enono. Obi. Honorable Ato was corrected on this deficit issue this morning. By the Deputy Minister of Finance. He keeps sticking to his tune. Tell him to stop trying to inject doom and gloom in the country. Kwame Pinyin Bansa. He again says, Obi, there was Banking Act 673, 2004, before the Specialized Deposit Taking Act. No? Okay, I hear you. Thank you for the point there. This one says, good afternoon. The national economy. I have just learned that our Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, will address the nation on the problems facing the Ghana city in April. It's on April 3rd, actually. But it's on the economy, not just the Ghana city. I say, honestly, I am anxiously waiting for that program. I will listen gleefully and applaud if he speaks of everything new to correct and sustain the strength of the city. However, as soon as he veers into what wrongs and mistakes that previous governments have committed, I will turn off my radio or television. I already heard a lot about such gospel. That's why, as a floating voter, I voted for change. And tell you what, my loyalty is for Ghana and not to a political party or certain persons otherwise. This country, with all its acclaimed resources, is going nowhere. From Ankel in Takrade, JB in Sawim. It's quite surprising to me that the NDC led by Honorable Atuforsen is talking about the economic situation in this country. Obi, the press conference was organized just to satisfy their party supporters. Nevertheless, tell Honorable Forsen that they don't have any moral right to talk about economic issues in this country. I rest my case. JB in Sawim. Charles Nyamewa Saman Kese. I say, if we have people in this country who still have hope and believe in Dr. Bawumia on our economic exploit, then Honorable Atuforsen must be revered and worshipped. His revelations and expose on how the government is ruining our economy is highly commendable, and we can only urge him on never to get discouraged by the attacks and name callings coming from the NPP. Regards to Mark Oliver
Asempa FM.
Kevo. Emmanuel Drafo Amicable from Kumasi says, good afternoon, Obi. Tell Honorable Forsen that, okay, as I used to say, NDC is not an alternative party, hence they should give us a break. Thank you. Portions of your message were edited, and I thought I should bring that to your notice. We say, I am at Stanchart, Westland branch. This is the dollar rate displayed on the board. Buying 5.05, selling 5.50. And I say, I just go to a forest bureau opposite Westlands police station, buying 5.0, selling 5.40. Gordon Asari Bediako. Thank you. We say, it's so sad and very sickening to hear the minority criticizing the young Akufo-Addo government of not being able to fix the economic mess they created for 8 years. And one would ask why such empty barrels couldn't help the Mills Mahama administration to revive
EKOSIISEN on Asempa FM.
The collapsed and the limping economy they superintendent over the past 8 years. Talk is cheap. Was that not the same NDC who took Ghana to the IMF because they couldn't manage our economy? Abdul Rahman Bakon, old barrier. The ono de abreye enono. Loads and loads of the messages already coming through. And yebeguso na yakan kakra amamonafe yetimi atwaso. This one says, good afternoon, Obi. I've listened to you and your guest. I have no doubt that the minority in parliament are on point and they are doing a great job for Mother Ghana. The NPP led by Nana Akufo-Addo has failed lamentably to inspire the confidence of Ghanaians, particularly investors. Let's all come on board to campaign vigorously for John Dramani Mahama across the length and breadth of this country to enable JDM be sworn in as president of this country in 2021 to take us to the promised land. Traders, they are or no, they are brave and no. I thank you for the good job you're doing for Ghana. Thumbs up to the minority for reminding this government of what they said in opposition on the city issue.
FM.
This clearly shows that governance is not about bragging and propaganda, but the ability to deliver. Those who claimed to be competent have now been exposed. Sir Prince, Ayen Suano. Ayen Suano. Okay. Let me see. Honorable Ato Fossen doesn't recall that Ghana signed up to the economic recovery program. The city has seen nothing but woeful depreciation. All what the then government and the successive ones have done is nothing but cosmetic, superficial, especially by the NDC government. Excitedly, this current government has put measures in place to sustain the city than any other currency in the world in some few days to come. Hashtag Baumia delivers. Walanyo ewo akwetia. Nedia or de abreye enono. EKOSIISEN suni ewa Asempa 94.7